Chocolate is often marketed as a luxurious, antioxidant-rich health food, particularly in its dark varieties. However, the American chocolate industry is currently facing a purity disaster that spans from toxic heavy metal contamination to systemic human rights abuses. Recent independent lab tests in 2024 and 2025 have confirmed that many of the most iconic brands in the U.S. contain concerning levels of lead and cadmium, neurotoxins that enter the cocoa bean through contaminated soil and industrial drying processes. Beyond the chemical load, the industry is plagued by legal lies, where products labeled as premium or artisan are actually loaded with GMO soy lecithin, PGPR, a castor oil derivative, and artificial vanillin. When you unwrap a bar, you are often consuming a cocktail of heavy metals and industrial emulsifiers rather than pure cacao. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. This list exposes 8 brands that are failing the clean label test, prioritizing shelf stability and low-cost supply chains over the neurological and metabolic health of their consumers. 1. Hershey's Special Dark. Why number 1? Hershey's is the primary offender in recent heavy metal investigations. In multiple Consumer Reports studies, Hershey's Special Dark mildly sweet chocolate consistently tested among the highest for lead, often exceeding 260% of the maximum allowable dose level, MADL. Lead is a potent neurotoxin with no safe level of exposure, especially for children and pregnant women. The scam with Hershey's is its marketing of Special Dark as a healthier alternative to milk chocolate. While dark chocolate is supposed to provide antioxidants, the high lead content in Hershey's effectively turns a health treat into a toxic exposure. Additionally, Hershey's has historically used PGPR, polyglycerol polyricinoleate, to reduce the amount of expensive cocoa butter needed, replacing natural fats with a cheap industrial emulsifier. You are paying for a dark chocolate that is high in heavy metals and low in actual cocoa quality, making it the #1 brand to strike from your pantry. 2. Trader Joe's Dark Chocolate 72% and 85%. Why number 2? Trader Joe's has built a health halo around its private label products, but their dark chocolate is a major heavy metal disaster. Their 72% cacao bar and the dark chocolate lovers 85% have both been flagged for excessive levels of lead and cadmium. The 85% bar, in particular, was found to contain 127% of the lead limit and a staggering 229% of the cadmium limit. Cadmium is a heavy metal that accumulates in the kidneys and can lead to chronic kidney disease and bone density loss over time. They scam. Here is the trust consumers place in the Trader Joe's brand. Many shoppers buy these bars specifically for the heart health benefits of high cacao chocolate, unknowingly ingesting high concentrations of metals absorbed from the soil in regions like Latin America. Despite its premium packaging, Trader Joe's dark chocolate lacks the rigorous batch testing required to ensure these toxic elements are kept out of the final product. 3. Lindt, Excellence 70% and 85%. Why number 3? Lindt is marketed as expertly crafted Swiss chocolate, but recent class action lawsuits in the U.S. have exposed the presence of lead and cadmium in their Excellence series. The Excellence 85% cocoa bar was found to contain lead levels reaching 166% of the allowable limit. In court, Lindt's defense was particularly controversial, with their legal team arguing that their claims of finest ingredients were mere puffery, meaning they shouldn't be taken as a factual guarantee of purity. This puffery defense is a slap in the face to consumers who pay a premium for what they believe is a superior, cleaner product. Lindt also utilizes GMO soy lecithin as an emulsifier in most of its bars, which can be a source of pesticide residues like glyphosate. When a brand admits in court that its quality claims are essentially marketing exaggerations, it becomes impossible to trust their nutritional integrity. You are paying for the image of Swiss quality while consuming heavy metals and industrial binders. 4. Godiva, 72% dark. Why number 4? Godiva is the ultimate luxury scam. Despite its high price point and gold foil wrapping, Godiva's 72% cacao dark chocolate has been flagged for high levels of lead. Furthermore, Godiva's ingredient list is often a chemical soup that contradicts its premium status. Many of their filled chocolates contain high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, vanillin, artificial vanilla, and hydrogenated oils. Hydrogenated oils are sources of trans fats, which are devastating to cardiovascular health, the very thing dark chocolate is supposed to protect. Godiva relies on the prestige of its brand to hide the fact that its chocolate is produced using the same industrial methods as cheap supermarket candy. By using HFCS and artificial dyes in their gourmet truffles, Godiva is selling a product that is metabolically more similar to a standard candy bar than a high-quality cocoa product. It is a luxury label on a low-quality, chemically laden product. 5. Lily's Extreme Dark 85%. Why number 5? Lily's is the go-to brand for the keto and sugar-free communities, but it represents a toxic trade-off. While Lily's uses stevia and erythritol to keep sugar low, its Extreme Dark 85% cocoa bar has tested among the highest for both lead and cadmium. In 2023 lab tests, it reached 143% of the lead limit and 101% of the cadmium limit. This scam with Lily's is the perception of it being the cleanest option in the aisle. Many people with chronic health issues or autoimmune conditions choose Lily's to avoid sugar, unaware that they are introducing heavy metals into their system. Furthermore, the high amount of erythritol in Lily's can cause significant digestive distress and bloating for many users. Choosing Lily's means swapping a sugar spike for a heavy metal load, a trade-off that is particularly dangerous for regular consumers who eat several squares a day thinking it is a guilt-free health food. 6. Dove Silky Smooth Dark. Why number 6? Dove, owned by Mars Incorporated, is marketed on sensory indulgence, but its silky smooth texture is often the result of heavy processing and the use of alkalized cocoa, Dutch processing. Alkalization involves treating cocoa beans with an alkaline solution to reduce acidity and darken the color. But this process destroys up to 60 to 90% of the beneficial flavonols and antioxidants that make chocolate healthy. Beyond the nutritional loss, Dove's dark chocolate has also been identified as having elevated lead and arsenic levels in some batches. Like Hershey's, Dove uses GMO soy lecithin and artificial flavors to achieve its signature taste. You are essentially eating a hollow chocolate, one that has been stripped of its natural health benefits through chemical processing while retaining the heavy metal contaminants from the industrial supply chain. It is a nutritional shell designed for mouthfeel, not for vitality. 7. Ghirardelli Premium Baking and Bars. Why number 7? Ghirardelli is a staple for American bakers, but it carries a hidden risk. While some of their bars have tested safer for lead, their 100% cacao, unsweetened baking chocolate has shown concerning levels of cadmium. Because cadmium is found in the cocoa solids themselves, the more pure the chocolate is, the higher the concentration of this kidney-damaging metal often becomes. Ghirardelli also faces the scam of being perceived as a high-end chocolatier while still utilizing industrial additives. Many of their flavored bars, like caramel or mint, contain corn syrup, palm oil, and artificial colors. The premium label on the package is a marketing tactic to distance themselves from mass-market candy, yet their supply chain involves the same large-scale, non-traceable cocoa sources that are prone to heavy metal contamination. If you are using Ghirardelli for healthy baking, you may be unknowingly concentrating heavy metals in your home-cooked desserts. 8. Green and Blacks Organic Dark 70%. Why number 8? Green and Blacks was one of the first organic chocolate brands to go mainstream, but they proved that organic does not mean metal-free. In Consumer Reports testing, their 70% cacao bar was a worst offender, testing at 143% for lead and 181% for cadmium. Because heavy metals are absorbed through the soil, an organic farm can still produce toxic cocoa if the soil is naturally high in cadmium or if lead dust from nearby industrial activity settles on the beans during drying. This scam, here is the price premium. Consumers pay significantly more for the green and organic labels, assuming they are getting the purest chocolate possible. Green and Blacks, now owned by Mondelez, has also been criticized for its lack of transparency regarding the fairness of its supply chain since the acquisition. You are paying an ethical premium for a product that is high in neurotoxins and has lost its status as a truly independent, small-batch brand.